Welcome back. So now we're going to take a look at working with the green MIDI loops. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So we've got our audio bass track here from the previous tutorial. So we'll just hit the reset button on our categories and I'll select synths. And I don't have too many loaded here, but let's find one that's green because green is going to be MIDI, of course. So it might take a second. Let me scroll down through here. I think I've got something down here in the, there we go, old school funk line. Not sure if this will be compatible, but let's go for it anyway. So click on it, drag it over, and we'll just drop it right below our audio file, and it'll create a new track for us. Analog mono. And let me solo it and hear what we've got here. Let's see if I can find a different option real quick here. Plucky synth, that might be a little bit better for what we're trying to achieve. So I'll just drop that guy down below here and we'll delete this one by highlighting and hitting delete. Now let's take a listen to what we've got. A little bit better. I guess that's good enough for now. We're just trying to get a quick track together, have a little bit of fun here. So let's see what we can do here. Let me move this out of the way. And I am going to drag this guy down a little bit further here. And I'm going to go hover up above here and we'll select the loop length and we'll move that out to the 9 bar, which will give us an 8 bar loop. I'll take the bass, highlight that guy, hold down the Alt button, drag it over and drop it. Now we've got 2 instances of that guy. And if you hover up above the right here, let me adjust my screen. So if you hover up above the right on this, you'll get the loop signal. If I can get her dialed in there. And it'll allow us to loop this out. So we'll loop that out to 8 bars as well. Now what I want to do is I've got this instrument channel here and loaded on it I have an instance of Waves Electric 88. Love this piano. You don't have to have it. You can bring in any piano you want. This is just the one I wanted to use and I've got a Rhodes preset loaded there. So let's go ahead and create a MIDI clip. That off of solo. Hold down Control, create empty MIDI region. And you know what, I'll just leave it at a bar for now to get our pattern in here. If I double click this, it'll open up our editor below, make it a little bit taller for us to see. And now by selecting keys, we could play this in if you have your external keyboard set up. And you wanted to play it in, you could. I'm just going to type in a few keys here. Something real basic. Grab your pencil tool. I've already got mine selected. So we'll just get some chords going here. And by holding, once I've got a note selected, by holding the Alt button, I can just drag it up and drop it to another location. So it's kind of what I'm doing right now. So I've got a little chord here. Don't need that. Let's get the pointer tool back. Let's move these guys forward. And we will, with them highlighted, hold down the Alt key and we'll drag right there. Let's see what we get out of that. I'll solo that. So a couple little easy stabs right there, nothing too fancy. That's all I'm going for, is real easy, quick. This is just to get a track together real quick and simple at the start of this course, and then we'll dive into the more finer details as we go. So I will, now that I've got that set, I'll go ahead and grab it, loop it out for us, and let's hear what we've got together. Maybe a little chaotic, but we'll dial it in here. All right, on the plucky synth, let's go over to the channel here, and on the sends, I'm going to send this out to another channel called a bus, number 3. So on the number 3 bus, I'm going to add an audio effect, and let's go for some sort of delay. Probably trying to decide here. I think tape delay should work for us. Let me solo it. Or actually, yeah, let me just play it and see what we get. All right, coming along here. I'm going to go back to the Rhodes real quick. I'm going to dial that down to a loop again, and I'm going to change the position here. I don't feel too happy about where we're at with our stabs. So let's move them over here. And let's highlight these guys and bring them right here, kind of off beat. They were too close to the beat for me to get a good rhythm sound out of it. I feel like I moved that a little too far. Right there. Let's see what we get now. I'm going to loop this back out. Get rid of this window here and back over. Yep, coming along, looking good to me. This isn't going to be too fancy. This is just a quick up and running part of it. So let's move on for some arrangement into the next tutorial and see what we can get done with this guy.